Have you heard about Anchor? It's the easiest way to make a podcast, and it's the way I'm making my podcast right now. And it's free. They have creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. And Anchor is going to distribute your podcast to all the major important places you would ever want, like Spotify and Apple and so many more places. And you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything that you need to make a podcast all in one place. I love it. It's so simple. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Hello, friends, and welcome to the Intuitive Psychologist Podcast. I'm Lindsay Pandya, and I am a licensed clinical psychologist who's been in the mental health field for over 15 years. I am so grateful to be part of the mental health field, especially since in this day and age, mental health is really coming online as to how important it is to not only have it, but to have the conversations and normalize what many of us all go through. We all, from time to time, and sometimes for far too long, struggle with our mental health. The one piece, though, about mental health that I feel is missing so much is the conversation around spirituality and how important it can be to be tapped into the spiritual side of you to help with your mental health. Thankfully, I feel like in this current climate, people are having a spiritual awakening at an ever-increasing rate, which can be jarring and scary and confusing, and you may even think that you're losing your mind a bit. So my intention with this podcast is to bridge the gap between spirituality and mental health, and I want to bridge the gap through normalizing not only mental illness, mental health issues, but to also normalize typical spiritual awakening symptoms, give you some guidance as to how to manage a spiritual awakening. I bring on guests to help talk about different modalities to connect you in to your spiritual nature. And I want to do all of this with the intention to help you grow and to know that you are not alone and that there's help out there for you. So please join me on this journey through my own self-discovery with mental health problems, with challenging life events, and going through my spiritual awakening and continued spiritual growth. Join me and my friends as we have these interesting and sometimes very difficult conversations, not only about mental health, but also about a spiritual journey. So welcome, friends, and enjoy. Welcome back, my friends, to the Intuitive Psychologist Podcast. I have missed you all so much, and I wanted to do some meditations on this podcast as a way for people to have access to these meditations even when they don't have access to Wi-Fi or internet. This is suggested by my dear friend, who shall be named the Pink Rabbit. My dearest friend had this great idea, and I loved it. It is something that I love doing. I love, love, love doing meditations, and often will walk clients through these meditations, and each one is different every time. It's never the same. So these few meditations have been guided through my team. So they get all the credit for whether this is amazing or if it's just like a meh. I mean, they're awesome. So I have faith that this will resonate for many of you. So how I set this up was there is the chakra meditation, which can be very helpful as like a long sort of relaxation, opening up each of the chakra points, energy centers in our body to really help you relax and to calm down, and prepare you for the other meditation or meditations, depending on how many I end up doing. But the hope is that if you're like many of us, we can't just jump right into a meditation and meet our spirit guides or do some crazy fun work or what have you, that we need a lot more prep to do that. So I separated them so that if you need it, you've got it. And if you don't have to, try to forward your way through 30-minute meditation before you get to the part that you want to do. So I highly recommend you do it based on what feels right for you and where you're at. And there's every level of need is appropriate. So you just do what you need to. And when it comes to doing meditations, it's recommended that you are either laying down or sitting up. If your feet can be on the ground, that's great. Especially if you're trying to activate your root chakra in your feet, you might need to gently, rub your feet back and forth to help sort of activate it in a way. So if that's possible, that's great. And if you want to do a walking meditation, that's fine too. I would not be driving or doing anything serious while listening to this in any way. Whatever the typical warnings are before meditation and all that. Take what resonates. If it doesn't resonate, don't worry about it. Enjoy your experiences and just know that there are so many different ways to meditate. These aren't the only ones. These are just some guided imagery meditations, and I plan to do some other ones that maybe are not visual only. I do have some on my YouTube channel that are like a body scan and other techniques, but there are so many different ways to meditate. So please, if this doesn't resonate for you, it's no big deal. Just whatever works. What else do I want to say about these meditations? Let me know what your thoughts are, and if there are any specific topics that you would like me to do a meditation on. And then whatever it is, I'll just call upon my spirit team to walk me through and share it with you. So with that, happy travels and enjoy the ride. We shall meet again soon. All right, enjoy these meditations. Take care. I'm going to walk you through a body scan meditation today. So what I'd like you to do is get into a comfortable position, preferably with your feet on the ground. And what we're going to do is I'm going to walk you through just a brief grounding in, centering, and then we're going to start from the head and we're going to go all the way down the body. And I'm going to ask you some questions as we go down through the body. This is an example that you can play over again. I'll try to have long pauses so you can really reflect on what comes up for you. But we'll go through the top and go through each body, and I'm going to ask you to really feel in to what sensations, images, colors, feelings, any sort of things that come up for you as we tap into each sort of section of the body. And so this is informational, and it can help you to sort of understand body aches and pains, can help to reduce stress and anxiety, and it can also give you information as to what you need to do to release some blocks and issues. So we'll go ahead and get started, all right? So in a comfortable position, take a few deep breaths from the belly. And now I want you to envision that the top of your head is opening up And this beautiful gold and white light from the sky is pouring into the top of your head. And as this beautiful white, warm, loving light comes in through the head, down through your neck and your shoulders, feel it in your body, relaxing and calming, and going down your shoulders, your chest and your back, into your stomach, and into your pelvic floor, and just feel that warm, loving sensation throughout your body. And now envision the roots in your legs going down into your calves and into your feet. And the roots are going to continue in through the floor, down through the ground, through the foundation and the soil, and all the layers of the earth, all the way down until you can feel the roots connect in and feel safe, secure, and grounded. So envision this beautiful flow of energy coming down into your body of golden white light, through your legs and into Mother Earth, coming right back up from Mother Earth and all the way up. So you've got a beautiful, warm, loving connection in and out. Now that you feel that, start with the head, the face, the brain, and I want you to just focus attention there and notice what you feel. Are there any emotions that come up? Physical sensations, words or thoughts, colors, and make note of that. And as you sense into this part of your body and you receive this information, ask whatever comes up for you, what does it need from you right now? What kind of things, what does your brain need from you right now? What does your head need from you? What does this area need to feel whole and happy? And if this is something that you can provide to yourself right now, go ahead and do that. And if this is something that you can take with you to work on at a later time, then file that away for now. Next, I want you to go down through your neck and the top of your shoulders and sense in to any emotions or feelings, images, colors, words. What is this information trying to tell you? What does this part of your body need from you right now? Why is this coming up? So again, sit with that for a moment and see what the body is trying to tell you. And if you're able to give it what it needs right now, go for that. And let's move on. Now I want you to focus on your chest, your upper back, and your arms. And the same, focus in and see what comes up for you in this area. And as you're feeling in and getting information from this part of your body, and that is all that this is, there's no judgment, it's just information. Your body is providing you with knowledge in this moment. And just simply ask whatever comes up, what do you need from me right now? So now we'll move down into your stomach and lower back, and your buttocks and your groin, and it's the exact same process. Tap into what you notice, sit with it, ask it what it's trying to tell you, and what does this part of your body need from you? And finally, we'll move into the legs, the thighs, the calves, and the feet. Tap in, sense in with your intentions. And once you have felt it, learned it, recognized whatever it's trying to tell you, ask it what it needs from you right now. Why is this showing up? And if you're able to give it right now, do that. Otherwise, make note and come back to it when it's time. And now I want you to come back fully into your body 100%. Feel the roots of your feet. Tap your feet a little bit against the ground to bring you back in. Close out the opening in your head, and with gratitude say thank you. Thank you to your body for showing up. Thank you to you for showing up to do this work today. And just know that you can come back to this practice. You can take your time with it and do it however long you need to. And if some pretty intense thoughts or feelings come up, then you may need to talk to somebody about it. But if it's stuff that you can journal about or do maybe a little self-love activity to address whatever's going on, just know that your body is simply, it's like the control panel in your car. It's just giving you information so that you can know what you need to do. So with all of that, I wish you all an awesome day and take care. Talk to you soon. Thank you all so much for listening to this podcast. It really means the world to me. And if you find this information and content useful, please go rate and review the podcast and share it with anyone that you think might also benefit from this content. On Instagram, my handle is The Intuitive Psychologist 111, all underscore. And on there you will see I've got inspirational messages to share. And on Wednesdays at 1:30 Pacific Standard Time, I will go on and either do a live guided meditation or present a specific topic ahead of time. You can submit your questions and I will answer them live along with any questions that you have on the live chat. So that's been a really fun place to get a lot of interaction from my listeners and followers. If you've got any questions, comments, concerns, topic ideas, guests you'd like to return, please feel free to email me. My email is intuitive.psych.111@gmail.com. So that is intuitive.psych, which is spelled PSYCH.111@gmail.com. If you're looking to work with me and you would like to have some assistance during the early stages of a spiritual awakening or any sort of early stages of coming into your spirituality, please feel free to look at my website. My website is intuitivepsych.com, intuitivepsych.com, and you can book a free 30-minute consultation to let me know what you're looking for and make sure that I am the best person to help you out. If you're in California and you're looking for spiritual therapy, feel free to also email me at the same email, intuitive.psych.111@gmail.com. And again, you will get a free 30-minute consultation to see if your mental health needs and my services are a good fit. So, again, thank you all so much for your support, your interactions, and just moving the conversation forward and continuing to give back in any way that you can. Not just for me, but just for everybody out there. Don't forget, folks, you are the light.